Hello my friends, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. More importantly, welcome to FM21. This is our beta series. We are going with Barcelona. This cute little fellow here, who looks a bit scary, is my generated face. I'm not very sure it's a very accurate representation of me, but hey, I'm going to take it. It's easier than trying to, match everything up. My webcam really isn't working that great just now, which is why I'm not using it for the video. It's probably why I look a bit creepy, if I am honest. We've obviously got our black and orange channel colours. I just thought the black went quite nice. A lot of purple in this as well. In fact, I almost look grey. Like grey. Those hands. I look like something out of a zombie apocalypse. That is absolutely scary. But we're going with Barcelona. Now, we've gone with international global level. Oh wow, I don't think I've ever seen international global level before. But we're going with that. So let's see, what do we want? I want determination full. Simple as that. Adaptability can be quite low. Determination full. Player knowledge I don't mind too much. Youngster knowledge I don't mind too much. Level of discipline I want quite high. Motivation you obviously want fairly high. And again, we'll just go with here. We'll just get rid of the goalkeeping stuff and the fitness stuff. We'll go attacking, tactical, mental, technical. We've got 1 point extra to allocate here. We'll actually take 2 off man management and then put that back on man management. Just kind of a good mix. We've got 10 points left, so we'll stick it on working with youngsters, and we'll stick some on fitness and 1 on goalkeeping handling, because it makes us sort of look a bit more well-rounded as a coach. So in we go. We've got a Continental Pro license as well. We're going to start playing, and Barcelona have today confirmed the appointment of the Don Gavin as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the football world as appointment of the 30-year-old has recently spent time away from football. He has plenty of questions raised to the media at the first time at Camp Nou. Gaiman has put pen to paper and a 3-year deal with 150 grand a week. I wish I could get paid that, to be honest, as he replaces Ronald Koeman. Gaiman lacks a reputation as a title specialist with current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic as they intend to challenge for major honours. Now, one of the reasons why I picked Barcelona that face looks creepier and creepier every time I look at it. I'm going to have to change that for the main series, guys, I really am. Obviously, one of the reasons why I picked Barcelona, and I put it on Twitter, I put it on the Facebook page, check those out down below, links will be there, and I put it on a Facebook group that I'm part of. Between this and a couple of other ideas that I had, the one main one that sort of everyone liked was Dortmund, and Barcelona tied over all 3 of the votes combined. So I then decided which one I'd prefer, and Barcelona, looking just now, they're supposed to have major financial issues, obviously not got the best situation team-wise, been poorly managed the last few years. I felt it was a good 2 to 3 season save, 1 to 3 season save sort of thing, which I thought would be good for beta, whereas when I looked at Dortmund, I felt, that looks really good as a 5-6 season save, rather than a sort of 1 to 3, which I thought would be more suitable for the beta. I'm not sure how long this will last. It should last the length for the beta, so we maybe get 1, we maybe get 2 seasons out. We'll kind of just see how it goes. But obviously, I've let you read this. I've left it on screen so you can read it. If you need a bit more time, just pause the video. That is more than acceptable. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Don. I've been away from YouTube for a little bit due to family situations. Again, I'm just sort of going through these screens fairly slowly. But that's what I've been sort of away, and I'm coming back now. So main series will be with Rangers. It usually is on the channel. So if you're interested in that, stick around. If you're interested in this series, stick around. We're also going to have a lot of tutorials and various sort of guides that, as I sort of work things out through the game, that will come out over the next few weeks and months. So again, if you want to see them, hit subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoy this video. We are trying to push towards 1,000 subscribers, and something like 90% of people that view my videos are not subscribed, so let's try and change that a little bit, would be nice. Obviously the team does look fairly good on paper. We've got Jordi Alba, Ter Stegen, Langley, PK, Longley, is it Langley or Longley? I'm not sure. Sergio Roberto, right back, Pjanic, Sergio Busquets, Messi, Coutinho, Griezmann, Ansu Fati. But the one thing that sticks out to me is none of them are extremely young apart from Fati. You know, they're all pretty getting on a bit. We'll get into it a bit more. So we're desire to play attacking football, play possession football, prefer to sign high profile players. Now that's something that I'm not sure I'm going to do, depends on obviously what the money's going to be. Maintain the best youth system in the world. Maintain the club's status as the most reputable in Spain. Now that will be obviously quite tough because we're fighting with Real Madrid, who are one of the most reputable in the world in terms of that, and work within the wage budget. So all fairly stuff. Next, and we'll accept all this, and we'll just quickly save that. Indeed. And then this is all the sort of things that's already gone on, so let's just set a nickname, the non-gaming, because then, now when we go back to there, it shows it is 1, and it makes it just that little bit more. 1.2 per week. That can't be. Preference, where is preference? I am reading this right. This is 1.2 million per week. Per sterling. Scaling's fine. Match sounds off. That works. Advanced. Most common. That's fine. Just nope. General. Is kind of what I'm looking for. This cannot be per week. No, that's target advertising. No. Formats. There we go. Wages weekly. It is weekly. Wow. $1.2 million a week. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, obviously it's Messi, but 1.2 million a week. I don't think I even paid him that when I signed him for PSG a couple of years ago in the beta. If anyone remembers that, I think that's the most... I'm willing to be proven wrong, but I still think that would probably be a record for the most expensive signing ever on a Football Manager by any player. And I don't think I paid him £1.2 million a week. And I spent 500 million on him, just to clarify why I think that is the most expensive signing. But that is absolutely crazy. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go quickly through all this. I'm going to have an assessment of the squad. I'm going to let you know what my opinions of the squad are. Where I think we are going to have to do, let's have a quick check of finances. We do have a transfer, £10 million of transfer budget, 64 million in the bank. So yes, indeed, financial situation is correct. We do have a bank loan of 302 million and a state loan of 44 million. So you know this is quite extensive. 350 million pounds worth of loan plus just 64 million in the bank. So it's going to be tricky to work down here. Wage budget we are under, but a Messi is 1/4 of our wage budget, guys. 1/4. 100% of all transfer revenue will be made available. So we will go on, we'll click on it, and we will see how it goes. Going forward, we'll have a quick look at the squad, and I'll come back with that assessment in a second. As I said, we'll go through that, we'll see where we need to improve, and that probably will wrap up this first episode. And then next episode we will jump to the first competitive game, which will be Vigo at home at the Camp Nou, which I will look forward to. So I will see you in just a second. So we're back very briefly, and this is kind of where I've kind of felt my best squad is. Now I've gone with Serginho Dest over Sergio Roberto. Now there's a bit of a difference in terms of ability, in terms of Roberto is slightly better than Dest, as you would expect. But I feel that with a few games this season, Dest would be the better option. I think he's got more potential, more room to grow, and the likes. Ideally, I think I would rather have had Umtiti and Langley, but they're both left-footed. I went through the youth sides, and there's a couple that I've promoted. So we've promoted Errol Busquets, who looks fairly good, but is now getting to that age where I think first team football will be almost essential for him. He can actually rotate fairly well, I think, with his namesake. Are they related, I wonder? No. He's related to this guy, but no. Not to Sergio Busquets, I don't think, according to that anyway. But he can rotate quite well in that role. Could fit in at centre back if really needed. I don't think he's quite tall enough in terms of his, well, height wise he's okay, jump and reach I don't think he's quite there for it, but he's a like for like. Big issue we had midfield wise is literally every time I looked at every player, it was like, this player wants to play playmaker, this player wants to play a different type of playmaker, and it was literally, when I went into, if you go into team report, squad depth, best 11, as you see, playmaker, 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 it just doesn't work. I don't think it works for me, so this is kind of where we're at now. I didn't mean to go into there, so finish that. Back to our tactics. So we've got Sergio Busquets. We're going to have Pjanic doing the box to box stuff, while De Jong can be the more advanced playmaker. Now these tactics are not set yet, just to clarify. I have not set these tactics up in any way, shape or form, just kind of put the positions in and off we went. Then we've got Messi on the right, of course, put him in his most preferred role because we want to get the best out of Lionel Messi if we're going to get this team to work. We've then got Ousmane Dembele on the left and Griezmann up top. Now, as I suspected, this is a very ageing team. Just to give you some idea, Ter Stegen's now 28, Dest 19 of course, but I picked him over Sergio Roberto, who is 28. We've got Piqué, who's 33. Maybe tempting to move him on for a bit of money. I don't know. I just don't think we could get a replacement for that kind of money. We've got Longley, who's probably one of the younger players in the first team right now at 25. Alba is 31. Busquets is 32. Pjanic, £55 million signing, is 30. De Jong, 23, so again one of the younger players. Messi, obviously in his 30s now, 33. Dembele, another youngster, 23. And Griezmann is 29. So this is a big issue. So I promoted, as I said, Oriol Busquets. We promoted this guy, Ronald Araujo, who I think is a bit rusty. Has some issues, shall we say. Not the best, but at 21, again, he's at that age where game time's really going to come in quite handy. Coach report, I'm sure he was 5-star potential anyway. And the other one that we promoted, where is he? If I can find him, was it this lad? Yeah, I took a gamble on this guy. He was in the under-19s, and I felt of the under-19s, he was the most game ready. He again can come in and rotate in a couple of positions. In fact, I'm looking at his stats and I actually see him maybe being our most natural box-to-box, if you like. If we have a quick look, he's probably only 1.5-star box-to-box. But yeah, as you see, all sort of BL stats apart from position and tackling. The work rate could be an issue with that one, but maybe, you know, if a bit of work with some of the more experienced members of the team, that could come to light. So he looks fairly decent. £91 million release fee. And the other youngsters we've got is Charles Elena, of course. Solid FM legend, only 3-star potential, but does look very, very good. We definitely could make something work with Elena. Pedri is fairly young as well at 17. He's not one that I promoted, he was already promoted to the first team, but again, we can, you know, work with him. We've got Ansu Fati, 17, can definitely do bits with him. Trincao, obviously a very, very good player. I think, was it Braga he was on loan with last year, and I got to see him and he was very, very good. But, you know, again, when Messi needs a rest, I wouldn't be unhappy to throw this guy in, if that makes sense. He was another big money signing, if I remember. He had £28.5 million from Braga. So we do have some things that we can work with here. Left back is a big problem. This Junior Firpo, he looks okay. I just don't think he's at a level to come in for Jordi Alba. I think he'll be a okay left back, but I think if, you know, we were to lose Jordi Alba, we'd have to replace rather than having an instant step up. The problem, as I said, is finances. 10 million in the budget. We don't have really any strikers. We've got obviously lots of players who can play at striker, but as you see, preferred position, this is obviously according to my assistant manager, not a single striker in this team. Not one. We'll have a quick look at these potentials of the guys that we promoted up. So who was it? Iki Murawa was the guy that I said I took the gamble on, 4.5 star. Who was the other one? Busquets, 4 star, and the defender is 3.5 star according to this. I'm sure he was shown as 5 star when he was in the B team, but maybe that's comparing him against B team players rather than Messi. But either way, he's actually played 6 times for Barcelona according to the stats here. But hopefully he can come in and do a job and develop, because I don't think we can afford to buy a centre back who can compete with Gerard Piqué, even selling Gerard Piqué. So this guy is going to have to probably do the job. So I don't envision us doing a lot of ins, maybe a fair few out. I'm very concerned looking at this team at the sort of average age and various things. Even Braithwaite is a natural striker according to my assistant manager. Matias Fernandez, another guy who, he is actually a natural box to box, ironically, but again, probably just let him go in all honesty. And Braithwaite we can just get rid of, because he's never going to. I'll be playing Gerard Piqué up front before I play Braithwaite up front, believe me. I just don't rate him at all. We're going to have to play with Neto for a little while. That's a bit of an issue. So do you know what I should do? Is I should probably go to Barcelona B and promote Inaki Pena for now, because Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is out for 3 to 4 months, which means he's going to miss a chunk of the season. Neto, obviously a fairly reliable backup goalkeeper. In fact, he'd be a fairly good goalkeeper for most teams, to be honest. And Inaki Pena can, play cup games or be backup in the meantime. So guys, I'm going to leave this episode here. I will bring you back for the first game of the season, but as I say, I want to get this episode out as quickly as I can, and I'm already bottlenecked by my internet speed. Not the editing or recording or the uploading time, not the editing or the download, not the editing or the recording that is my issue, it's my upload speed that is going to be the issue. So, it's 9:05 right now. Probably be about 10:30 before this is live, and it could still be having some processing issues there. So I want to get this out to you guys now. We'll come back for Vigo. I'll sort out some proper friendlies and whatnot if I can, and we will go from there. I'll give you a quick transfer review at that point as well. If we do any business, obviously I will scout around and see if we can find any gems in the meantime that are worthwhile picking up for the budget that we have, because we do not have a budget. Obviously if we sell players as well, that increases the budget. For example, Fatty is wanted by Manchester United. Truthfully speaking, it might not cost the release clause, but they would need to put up a big fee to tempt me to sell Fatty, I think. I'm excited by this young man. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe, and hopefully catch you all next time.